Today's job, we are putting in a door, an exterior door in this mobile home. It's gonna go in right on this wall. The customer has his laundries outside on the patio, and the only way to go to there is to go out the door, all the way around the house, over the side, and then back over to here. So we're gonna put a door in here and some steps to go down into this outdoor laundry area. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna measure out the opening we need for our door is 74 inches tall, 30 inches wide. So we're gonna follow one of these panel lines up to cut our 74 high, and then we'll start opening it up just to investigate the wall, see what kind of structure we have in there, and see if there's any wiring that comes off of here or if that only goes that direction.
I thought you were recording.
Now I am.
Are you recording? Okay, cool. I use the multi-tool because I can control how deep I go into the wall, so I don't have any wires or anything I don't want to hit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up that panel and then start coming across, and then I'm gonna remove this section. There's a seam right here. I'm gonna remove this section just so I can look into the wall. So we've got a wall that's built with 2x3s. And so instead of 2x4s, it's a mobile home, so it's built with 2x3s. That's how they kind of save money on materials and weight. So we're going to remove that there. We'll end up having to put in a new 2x3 either right here, or what I can do is I can come over a little bit further over to here to that 2x3 and then use that to attach the door to, because this hinge is going to be on this side swinging outward. So if I attach it to this 2x3, then I don't have to add anything else. And then this tube, and then we'll continue to cut across over to here as far as we need to go over. I don't see, let me see this. I don't see any, there's no wiring in this bay, in this section here. Sorry, there's a low voltage wire there, or a cable wire of some sort. So we'll have to reroute that one. Other than that, we're pretty clear in this section here. So we're gonna open it up to our 30-inch width, going from that 2x4 over here to the 30. As you can tell, this is not perfectly level. This whole thing kind of slopes down a little bit, but I want the door to match that slope, so it's not gonna be perfectly level. So what we're gonna do to get our straight edge over here, because it's not gonna be just plumb, perfectly plumb, is I'm gonna use a laser level. If the lockout position means that laser is gonna stay wherever I put it instead of automatically going plumb. So I'm gonna mark these marks 30 inches over from our opening. Mark these. I marked the left side line with the blue tape, so it parallels the seams on the panels, but we gotta recut our top line to make it even all the way across. This here is about 1.5 inches out of plumb at the bottom. So our door is going to be leaning this way, but because the hinge is here, that means the door is naturally going to close itself, which is what we want anyways. If I was having it open it if the door was going to open that way, I wouldn't want it to lean up, because then it would naturally open itself outward and just be kind of a pain. So I'm going to cut off the rest of all this stuff. I was actually wrong. These are 2x4 walls. It's just that there's this bracing that goes around the outside that are notched through all these. So at first glance, I thought it was a 2x3. Anyways, I'm cutting all the exterior siding out from in here using the 2x4 as a guide. So I'm just using the oscillator and then going up all the way the outside. So as soon as this side's cut out across the top, down this side, this whole panel is just gonna fall outside. Are you recording me?
Now I am.
We're gonna do our final little cut. This is the last piece that's holding the whole thing up. We've cut all the way around. It's metal siding on the, it's a kind of a press board on the inside. It's metal on the outside. We've cut through all that just with the oscillating tool. So we're gonna do our final cut and get rid of this thing.
If you have this overlapping siding, just make sure that a couple of these, because we were cutting from the inside out, had popped off from and come disconnected here. So we just popped them back in. Just make sure you do that before you try and put the door in. We're gonna go ahead and dry fit the door real quick and see how that goes. The door fit in flawlessly because we have the overlapping siding. We're gonna be filling all this in with either foam and then cutting it, painting it, or just doing a caulk, a good exterior caulk all the way around. Because of the siding, it sticks out about 3/4 of an inch from the wall itself. So I'm gonna show you on the inside what we're gonna do. That was not low voltage wire, so it supplied more outlets after this. So we drilled down underneath the house and ran the wire down underneath, put a junction box in underneath the framing here, and then tied the black one into some new 14-2 wire and then ran that. I know some of you are gonna hate on how I did it, but that was the best solution we came up with in the moment. What we did for the trim was I got 3 1/4 inch door casing, just the Craftsman style door casing, and then some exterior corner bead, 1 1/8 exterior corner bead. And so we're covering that up, and then just gonna trim it out all nice, and then they can paint it whatever color they please. I got the little threshold in there. We built the stairs up to the door. Everything's all done. It's all caulked in. I don't need to show you how to build outdoor stairs. There's plenty of other videos out there on YouTube to show you that. But customer's very happy, I'm very happy. This caulking is gonna dry clear, so no worries there. I'll show you how the trim turned out on the inside. We couldn't find this wall paneling or anything close to it really, so we just did a white vinyl on the trim and the corner bead, caulked it all in, got the aluminum threshold, and we are good to go. Comment if you have any questions, and like it if you like it. Thanks.